for to go through that. But at that time, where we got to, when there's a holdout on any market when it comes to investment, the only policy that stands out is extending the maturity date and working on the periodical payment.
Right. And
nobody likes that. So people were complaining, they were right. But technically, it was the only thing to save them in the long term.
Okay.
That's what I meant. But not apologizing that we made a mistake. No.
Because that was the only way that you could have saved the economy.
At that time was the best way. To that situation.
It wasn't the only,
not
but the best.
The best that time. It's very simple, except that people do not understand these things. And those who understand, because of politics, they do propaganda. In simple terms, if I lend you money, or if you lend me money, holdout means we have gotten to your point that I cannot perform my obligation, I can't pay. Whether it's my fault or not, this is what we've got into. So either you lose your money entirely, or I sit down with you and make arrangement like, oh, I said I was going to pay 10 years time. Now the prevailing situation, I can't pay.
Okay.
That's the holdout.
Right.
Let's make it 20. I said every month I'm paying 10 cedis. Let's make it 5 so I can manage it.
Okay.
You will not be happy.
Because
especially
I wasn't
when it
ready
comes to
for
time
that.
value of money. So you are right complaining. So Ghanaians were right complaining.
Okay.
But anybody that said that wasn't the best policy, I'm surprised. What else? Have you realized that now it's come back to tell us Ghanaians that that was the best decision we took at that time to save the economy?
Because,
and even now, the market has started getting the yields that even investors needed, right, from last year coming.
So you're
it
saying
happened in Uruguay, happened in Jamaica, in UK, all over the world. Because Jamaica had NDX, National Debt Exchange, and they had JDS, Jamaican Debt Exchange. They did the first one. They got a results. They couldn't sustain it. They had to come out again. So it's something that any honest, God-fearing person who understands this thing I'm talking about will agree.
And that's why the MPP says that the NDC is building on what the MPP left them, that they left them in a good situation economically.
Please go and get my own Dr. Atuforsen, a very intelligent young man, and I respect a lot. Go and read his budget that he presented. Their figures are in. They don't lie. He presented them. Where we left Ghana last quarter 2024. The results of it is we are enjoying today, and it's a fact. Except that people think politics is all about propaganda, deception, communist inferior tactics, getting people. 2024, Ato's own statement he presented, budget, stated clearly, without any ambiguity, emphatically, that our GDP had grown or was growing 5.6%, almost twice as 22.9. Okay. So all these has started doing so much work. Then we left power. But one critical thing about mechanization and management of our fiscal space and our economy.
Well, there's a democratic space and pluralism.
So democracy was one of the cardinal principles on which Singapore developed. What people can do best. In this country, there are people who don't even understand. They will still make noise. There are people who understand because they like MPP or NDC. They will try to, as a result of intellectual dishonesty or display of their ego trips, or worse still, displaying unconscious incompetence. They will say all manner of things to deceive the public. But let me tell you, our economy, our market economy is basically the defensive type.
Okay.
So because sometimes it's not a risk index. One is one. It means your market economy is aggressive sector, like the developed economies. So when the economy moves 10% forward, readily people feel it because the market moves with it.
Absolutely.
But in Ghana here, SMEs occupy about 90% of our economy. And there's a lag period because our systematic risk index is far less than 1. And that's why whether NDC or MPP, when we're in government, and we say that, oh, the economic figures are doing well, inflation, what do people say? We don't feel in our pocket.
Absolutely.
Because of our market type. So everything we're enjoying last year, mostly, largely, if it's not even 100%, largely, it's as a result of the economic successes we had chalked last quarter 2024.
Okay.
And this is a fact. It doesn't mean DC government hadn't done well or they had done well. No. Because every first year of any new government, you can't do much. You do that to manage your configuration, your arrangements, even implement your flagship programs. Some of them have not been sent to Parliament for approval. So they are yet to. And that's the position. But so, ordinary person who is praising President Mahama will do so because if a child is hungry and there's food on the table, how the food was prepared, who bought it, where it's from, they don't care. So they might be all right. But people who understand this thing to a large...
But earlier on I asked about the assessment of Parliament. It has seen a lot of faces and brouhaha. And you have been a key figure in there when we've seen even the scuffles in Parliament.
And some of them were deceptive. You see, once again, not that I'm talking too much, Ghana is sitting on a time bomb.
What kind of time bomb?
Two things I'm afraid today in our country. One is the rate or the speed with which young people in our country are getting into drugs. I can't sleep.
Okay.
Secondly, how public information is distorted because of media freedom and pluralism, where if somebody doesn't like you, he picks wrong side. And I learned that my brother, the NDC MP, who had the last time scuffle with me, I learned whether, maybe he didn't say, because now the TikTok and Codecast and then YouTube, most of them are fake.
Yeah.
They change the story. So I don't want to make decisions out of that until I get mine.
Words.
But if indeed he said, I was shocked that he said that, oh, because I use foul word, God forbid. God forbid. I never. God is my witness. I had no problem with him. The way I am when I'm doing politics is entirely different from my life. So most of the NDC guys are my friends. Ask everybody.
Okay.
You see this thing that they talk about, Stika was doing Chinese. Me and Mutala were playing. I had spoken on the floor. I came out and they interviewed Mutala and they interviewed me. And Mutala was teasing me. And I'm like, hey, you, when we come, what we put in place, we'll do Chinese movies here. And I was joking.
Okay.
But
so we didn't have...
recently. I forgot. I think somebody gave a signal that I should come. Whether I got it right or wrong, we're not fighting. So I was going there. As soon as I agreed before. I don't know, we are not too close, but I know he's a very fine gentleman. Okay. I didn't know he was angry earlier. I didn't know. Somebody told me he was very angry, not with me anyway,
okay.
Maybe with the situation. So he jumped and like, if you do, I'll slap you. And God is my... There's camera, you can go and pick the camera. Then people came in between us. Then I went... let me speak my tree. I'm suffering with the English. I went back a little bit, a few meters back. And then he was still coming. Initially, I thought he was joking. So me too, I had to show off small, but I was scared. I was scared, but I have to...
We didn't see that as fear, no.
No, I was scared.
That seems defensive.
I was scared. Oh, yes, of course. But why should I?
They always take out.
No, for somebody to say, oh, I will slap you without any provocation. Right. I don't know what he wanted. So when I went and sat down, I was teasing him like, if you like, come. Then he stood up, was going to say, hey, that's why I'm serious. Then I sat down.
Yeah, he was in.
So it wasn't like...
But it's consistently, if things like this have been said about your personality, that you're controversial, you stoke the flames and all of that.
I've never done that before.
You still maintain that your friendly is just being politics
for almost 30 years. The time I started speaking on radio and TV, Asempa, Oman FM, all those places hadn't come. There was a time within a period of about 2.5 years, including GTV here. I was doing 3 stations a day. And I was leaving Spinters before 4 a.m. to beat traffic. They should pick all my tapes. How many of them have I sparked any controversy? Have you seen me insulting NDC, whether President Mahama or anybody on said before? Me. Even me, when I'm debating you, it depends on what you do. That gets me aggravated. I don't know if you understand what I'm saying.
Okay.
I respect people, and sometimes I intentionally dramatize things because I'm communicating. When I'm on Newsfile or GTV here, or TV3, I'm a different being. Okay. But when I'm on Man and Asempa and Co, the listenership, they form a specific segment along the social stratification.
Right.
They may not be interested in too much calm, and they may be interested in drama and shouting a bit. Okay. So it's not like I'm a bad person. No, I'm not.
So, but how do you feel that Ghanaians feel like their legislature, elected representatives, behave the way they behave in the 8th and the 9th Parliament?
Madam, even check the developed economies. Sometimes in Ghana, we are very interesting.
So we're learning from them.
Nobody is learning. Way. No, violent.
Yeah, because that's what tables have been broken in the chamber.
In the chamber,
yes.
No, never.
at the appointments committee.
So
okay, not that,
so
but
not
in Parliament, but not in the chamber.
No,
but in the chamber, the scuffle recently, they said you people were targeting the maize. You wanted to disrupt Parliament. Yes, that's what the NDC said.
You see, but the NDC, you know,
and
NDC,
if you had removed the
NDC when it comes to communist,
NDC
when it comes to communist inferior tactics, propaganda, deception, that's their game. They do their best. Who went to the maize? Who?
That's what they've been saying.
The media guys were there.
That was not the intention of
so who knows the intention of somebody? Me, I'm not a lawyer, I'm not a law student, but I know that when it comes to, they call it what? Menstrual and those things, active reuse. Menstrual, one of the most difficult things is to know the intention of somebody.
Okay.
Even up to now, you're not even able to
decipher that.
Exactly. Okay. So, what is the intention? You are reading somebody's intention. Are you God? The fact of the matter is that I'm not saying it is palatable what happens, but we are human institutions. Sometimes misunderstanding comes up. But largely, Parliament, we have discharged our duties in a way that has benefited this country.
Okay.
To a large extent, all the laws, the constitution you read, all the acts, the things go on, the laws we make. But sometimes you all make, even in the church, sometimes we make mistakes, isn't it?
All right.
So they should forgive us. Jesus Christ picked the whip in the church and applied it. So sometimes, as a result of pragmatic posture and positions, some of these things are even good for us to learn lessons, consequences and results. It gives us lessons.
Okay.
You understand what I'm saying? So it's not every conflict which is that bad. No.
Right.
But of course, it's not something we can be very happy with.
Yes, because your constituents look up to you as well.
Oh, my constituents are very happy.
Oh.
All my statements on the floor, my typed or written statement, calls for a committee to be set. You can call the
so you get results from your posture, what you do as well.
No, not my posture. Okay. But speaking on the floor, do you watch me?
Yes, I've seen you speak on the floor.
And when I speak on the floor,
I mean, you speak to debate
well.
on the
I speak well. All my statements are well-researched statements that need solutions.
Okay.
It doesn't matter. It's only when people are happy joking somewhere. That's what somebody's interested.
How impressed have you been by your administration's performance in the lead up to that election that you lost? I'm building a point going into the 2028 elections and who you're throwing your weight behind.
I'm being very honest with you. And here, I'm not speaking as a politician. You can take whatever you want it or not. MPP's first term, everybody was praising MPP. Our GDP, we're growing about 7%, one of the best in the world. We have been able to implement one of the best pro-poor policies in the world, especially in Africa, free SHS. Our inflation, single digit, GDP, single digit, primary balance, everything was on course. Till we woke up one day. Our economy is a dependent economy. Check this room. Almost everything we have here, we imported them, everything I'm wearing. So our market economy depends on somebody's economy. So when you woke up, and the global economy had gone so bad to the extent that at a point, the world was growing negative 3.3. The world was growing negative. Average inflation rate of the world market was hovering over 200%. The very period that in this country has time to be corrected, Ghanaians were asked to stay home, but they were paid. Private sector had to sack over 40,000 people. Our revenue shortfall was somewhere around 12 billion. We had impaired productivity or market activity to the extent that our GDP was not growing again, which was global. Then we needed money, because government has two main sources of getting money. One, either you borrow or you raise money domestically. And market was sluggish. There was no revenue or enough revenue being generated from the market because the market has ceased. So government was borrowing, but the GDP was not growing. So our debt to GDP went to almost 80-something%. The situation we found ourselves in as a country, in my opinion, it had never occurred. Has time to be corrected.
Okay, is Ghana the most dependent African country? Because we're not the only ones.
Which African country did not suffer? Tell me.
As grievous as Ghana?
So which one? Measure as grievous. Did you also measure fatality? Ghana was actually seen as one of the best countries in terms of managing COVID because of deaths. And that's why the president said that when it comes to lives, when we lose that, we cannot bring them back. But when it comes to the economy, it can always recover. Right. And even if you go to the PFM Act, you know, Public Financial Management Act,
right.
2016, Act 921, Section 18, I stand to be corrected, they can check. They have stated 3 areas that situations such as we even went in, our fiscal policies and rules, upon consultation, even could be suspended. So you went to that situation. Anybody that does not contextualize that and think everything was normal is either so dishonest
because
or doesn't
the
believe
opposition will make the argument that we got funding also.
Funding.
Yes,
so
from international partners. So
how much was the funding?
No,
I'm asking you. Oh, so you're a media woman. They've been saying all this. The best way to go is to find out how much did we have and how much was our obligation. No problem of Ghana that should come. You see, I'm begging you, not for myself, where I've reached in life. I made a mistake telling somebody who I'm rich. Maybe that would be, I was compelled to, because sometimes reflexes will let you say something. Ideally, where I've gotten to in life, I'm very content. It can be NDC, NPP. If it's not my passion for society, I don't care. Madam, the propaganda and the lies in this country because of politics, it's too much.
It was your same party that wanted the finance minister to go. Yes,
that's not true.
I was not to go.
Say a section, I was against it.
Okay, a section of your party.
But that doesn't mean you are right.
PP. Okay.
No, why you ask this
because
now?
This was a
Madam, is it the interview you're coming to do? You ask me this, now you move to Foriata. So what can
yes, because we are talking about the economy at the time COVID.
I'm talking about the use of propaganda and deception. Why are Foriata issuing this?
Because we're talking
I'm not
about
saying don't
economy.
bring it. I'm not saying don't bring it.
Go
but
ahead.
you ask one thing.
Okay.
Let the person conclude.
Okay.
So that Ghanaians will know where I'm coming from.
Please land.
Yes. Other than that, it will be good for the two of us. I mean, respectfully. Because if you do that, means that you have taken prejudicial position. You ask me all the questions are brilliant. You're very smart. But let me end. Because if you bring the Foriata, the next thing you go and bring another thing. How do I speak?
Go ahead, Honorable.
Now, I've even forgotten. Oh, I'm being honest. And it's not only you, everybody does that. And I get surprised. I was saying that in this country, propaganda is destroying us, not because of MPP and DC. You are very sharp. The way you talk to me, I know you're very brilliant. You know how even social media handles are now being used now. Everything you see, even this thing that I'm doing with you, they'll go and cut it. You have a problem with this. He said that this is the country we live in. Madam, they were charging $12,000 in this country. Now we are asked to say when they were paid, that one nobody will talk. Now they are saying that it's not only Africa. How many people died in Ghana? How many people died in other places? Look, they use Francophone countries. And those who talk about them, if they know finance and economy, sometimes I'll be surprised. Because they don't have sovereignty. They don't have central banks. They are totally integrated in the Central Bank of France. So you cannot compare the way they are managing their primary macro indicators or macroeconomy to Ghana. But check.
Okay, so...
But even before we left power, we had restored the economy. That was 100% true. Please, you can check right now Dr. Atuforsin's statement, how the economic figures were faring.
So why did you lose power then? If the finance minister, who a section of your party wanted gone, there was said to have been misuse of the funding, whatever equivalents in dollars that IMF gave to cushion the economy because of the COVID, the Ukraine and Russia war and all of that. Why did you lose the...
Qualified for the approval of first, second, staff level, executive board level, and even the third staff level before you lost power. You think IMF and the World Bank, they are so gullible, they would have said it was a propaganda too. Ghana here is not only what you do. Even FSHS students, some of them voted against us because of the same propaganda and the way we speak. 3, the impact of the economy have not been felt by Ghanaians.
Yes, you said it, that they don't feel it in their pockets.
No, because I said something, and this is, any professor can argue with me. What I'm saying is that in most of the developed economies, when GDP moves 10%, when inflation comes down 2%, people readily feel it. But here, our economy is a defensive type. About 90% SMEs. The systematic risk index is far less than 1. Practically, what it means is that when the economy moves 10% forward, we stay almost where we are. It takes a long time. So even when the economic figures have been doing well, Ghanaians have not felt it. And that's why I still stand that. I still put forward that this whole thing about NDC government has done well. What exactly? They should come and tell Kenyans. 24-hour economy, have they implemented? No. Big push, have they implemented? No. So which aspect? Even paying contractors, how many of them have they paid? And I'm not blaming them that they are not doing well. No. It's like a conventional stuff or a cliche that almost every first year of every government, you can't do much. And honestly.
And I'll still ask, going back, that the other actions that the NPP, the corruption, there are about 30 cases with the oral team. The National Cathedral, that brilliance of CDs, they said,
and you believe all this? You believe all this?
None of it is true?
I think the constitution of this country tells us that one cannot be guilty until proven guilty by courts of competent jurisdiction.
Absolutely.
There still remain allegations. So for anybody to believe that, I'll be surprised. You live in a country that, sorry to use this terminology, this analogy, that even you, let's finish this work. You don't have a car. Oh, Steve, can you give me a lift? You let's meet 10 people. Now then we say that, oh, politician and a girlfriend. Country that speculation is a very hot commodity on our market. I'm not saying what they are coming out with is true of.
Former NSS boss.
The court,
they've gone into an agreement to pay some of the money back.
Which agreement?
The agreement with the courts.
But let me ask you. I'm not saying they haven't done it. But if you talk about corruption, Nanado's time, how many cases? Almost the same 30. Put that aside in court. My problem is not this government fighting corruption, because I am not perfect, but I hate corruption.
Right.
Me, if I'll be jailed,
and you agree that it will be
purely a mistake.
Could have
on my
done
part.
Something.
Fine, but let me also ask you, how come that this same government, first month in government, almost every single individual who had a case in court, the government entered nolli prosequi and said, me interested. Is that democracy? Is that justice?
No evidence.
Which one is no evidence?
But you're saying the allegations.
What I'm saying is no evidence. No, what I'm saying.
On what basis would they have dismissed it or
they were in this country? No, they didn't. No.
There was
so they should have let the court. They should have let the court proceed so that we could have seen the end.
So NDC used veto power to
I'm asking
criminals.
I'm asking you. But if you come to equity, which is a very nice area in law, one of the maxims that I'm very happy with is equality. Is equity. And then one greatest thing that I want in life, that when it comes to justice, the people who are being governed, when we are serving justice, it has to be served equally. I'm not concluding that my brothers from the NDC did something bad. No, I can't say that. But if I come and I say that all my kids, no court case, I've cancelled them, then I start arresting other people. Do you think we can believe in this democracy? Can we believe in it?
Okay. Point well made.
You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, as much as they are fighting corruption, which I want to, because corruption is destroying this country, and it's only NDC and people who are corrupt. We live in a country that a chief can sell a piece of land to an investor and then sell it to another person. I have a piece of land somewhere around Adenta for, I bought it 2007-08. Up to now, because of litigation is there. I was setting up this factory around in Samum. We had litigation. We were able to deal with it, I think, last year, I guess, for me to start my work. I have over 2,000 acre land. I started paying about 10 years ago. I have all the machines on the land in Ashanti region because of litigation between two chiefs. By now, I would have been able to even planted maybe 500 acres of mango, 1,000 acres of orange. I've started producing juice. About 500 to 1,000 people that have gotten job to do. They are lying idle. But the point is that almost every sector in our country, even nowadays, sometimes even in the churches or even in the mosque, not all of them. When you talk about it, you don't touch it. So as much as you're talking about NDC and PP, even the media, a lot of the media guys, not all of you anyway, respectfully, some of them, once you give him money, good stories. Once you are not able to, bad stories. Because I'm MPP NDC, I will cut it this way and show that you are doing this. All of us must work on our mindset evolution.
Point well made. I want us to move to the NPP flag bearership ambitions now. How You have openly supported Kennedy Ohene Agyapong as the MPP's 2026 presidential candidate, and for him to come tops against the former vice president and all the other gentlemen who are gunning in this position. This was a vice president who you're saying that, together with the president, Nana Akufo-Addo, had a stellar performance amidst all of the turmoils that the economy faced from 2017 to 2024. Why have you thrown your weight behind Kennedy Agyapong?
So I'm going to start from where you say why. I didn't hear all the preambles. If you want to repeat, fine. But
the preamble is why you're not supporting Dr. Bawumia, who was your vice president.
But I was supporting him at first.
And all the other candidates.
I was supporting
him. Why did you leave the
Okay. I hope you know what a performance is.
Yes.
What performance is?
I do.
You see where you're sitting. You have. If you had no performance, is the function of 3 key variables. Listen to me today. In strategic management. One is ability. You see my younger brother and my other brothers doing all this camera work. First thing, they have the ability to perform. Second thing is they have opportunity. If they will do well or not will depend on motivation, either intrinsic or extrinsic from the company. Now, where MPP is today, for us to be able to get this country capitation, free maternal care, and all those stuff, we need to get power first. So without the opportunity to get power, whether somebody is the best or the worst, my dear sister, it is meaningless. This context is not about who is the best among the 5.
It's not about who is the best. You don't want the best to lead.
No, we are not saying we don't want the best. But if you have the best and you don't have opportunity, how do you lead? In any case, all the 5 are very good. They all have their various disciplines and areas.
Right.
But what I'm saying is, my decision is not based on who is better than the other among the 5. The first decision is who can get MPP power first. Because I think at all times, all things being equal, MPP is better than NDC. You can choose to agree to whatever you want to do. Because they call something social justice. There are different principles, as Herman in 1945 stated. First one is to each according to his works. That is from our side. Capitalistic fraternity like MPP.
Right.
Then when it comes to the socialists like NDC, to each according to one's needs. NDC is the one that's supposed to do free. How many of them have they done? So I think those who can do free to support poor people in Ghana, it's MPP. But if we don't have power, can we? No. And now among the 5, even around everywhere, as I said, I've been on TV and radio way over 20 years. People do really know me. I'm not joking. Anywhere you go, you are in the traffic. Somebody wrote down, ping, sticker in tree.
Yeah.
Someone for Kennedy, sorry, forgive me for speaking. On a market, airport, everywhere, professors, market women, students.
I'm not sure they are not. And when you were on the side of Dr. Bawumia, these calls were not coming.
I didn't see that.
But that doesn't nullify the fact that his campaign team could also be hearing.
So you are asking me why? You are talking about the campaign, then bring somebody here so we debate. But what I'm saying is, you are asking me, I'm giving you my reason.
I just want Ghanaians to understand why.
But Ghanaians know what I'm saying.
Okay.
So I'm telling you why. What somebody will say, that's why God judges all of us.
Okay.
I'm a sinner, but I believe strongly in God. And if I will lie, I will not lie about this cheaply for me, for God to punish me. I will not do it. This is me, and it's a fact. Even you sitting here in this country today, Kennedy is very popular among the youth. Whether it's by divinity or whatever, I don't know, but it is a fact.
And the 4 others are not as popular among the youth.
Of course, sure. It doesn't mean they are not important. It doesn't mean they are not great people. Dr. Bawumia is such a great person. He can be a very good president.
Even though your candidate has been set, to use tribal sentiments and
when did he
stoke flames?
No, when did he use? No, when did he?
Hitting
so tell
each
me
other's
when.
heads
No, tell me when.
each other.
No, tell me when.
There were instances in the he went to radio stations in the north.
Madam, we all serve the living God. We read Bible and Quran. Don't let's go into tribe. I beg you. Don't let us go and somebody will speak and you people change it. In this country, who are very tribalistic. Let's not go there. How come that in Parliament, one group of people, they all support one person? Do you want somebody who is being tribal bigot? These are all fake and propaganda issues. Look, Kennedy spoke. This was way before when Asla Ododo for about 3 days. People were battered. They were breaking into their shops. They were attacking them that they should not stay in Ododo. They should go to their places and vote. And Kennedy came. Kennedy himself, one of his wives, is an Ewe. His children are Ewe. He does a lot of great things for them. So out of frustration, he said that, if this is what they are doing to you, they are, and I'm also attack you. I'm going to say that is a fact. But let us always contextualize issues. Let's not keep on, this is about how many years ago. We keep on saying this every day. Why are you not saying, Kennedy was the one that when women were trapped and they were nearly killed in Lebanon, he spent huge sums of dollars to bring them to Ghana. Well, I'm coming. Why won't you say that when you go to 37 here, Kennedy has spent millions of dollars to put up cardiothoracic center?
So his PR team have done a very bad job about not highlighting.
No, but this is highlight. That's why people like him. It's your mind. Because people like him. Why is everybody likes him now?
So why do we constantly see issues that he's a loose cannon and that he says this?
That is not true. Now in Ghana, he's the most popular among the... Of course, you got people who do not like him. Look, let me tell you.
But even his own children, he said things about his own children that are unpalatable. Yes.
What did he say about his children?
There was a video, I'm sure.
And you believe in all those videos?
So these are all tape.
No, you believe in all those videos. No, you believe in all those videos. I'm surprised that a media personality or person like you, now, you see videos and you think it's so. That Kennedy has insulted his kids. So have you seen it?
Dismiss
I'm saying that internally. You are from the northern region.
Yes.
COVID time, when people were dying because they needed a huge amount of money to deal with blackout issues, Kennedy sent his own money to save lives. This is what we need to talk about.
Okay.
Kennedy has employed a lot of Ghanaians that
I don't think any other politician.
No, I'm coming. What is philanthropic? If he has most industries and factories in Ghana, employ Ghanaians. Do you want to tell me that such a person, we don't need him as a leader? Because maybe according to somebody insulted him and he replied, look, I believe only 2 books of God in the world. The Bible and the Quran.
Doesn't the leader need to have all of these qualities?
You can't be perfect. What did Jesus Christ do? He beat people in the church. Peter cut somebody's ear among the 12 disciples, but he was the one God chose. Moses in the Bible killed somebody. He was the one God chose. David made somebody's husband be killed and slept with a woman. God chose him. When God wants to use somebody to save a situation, it's not just propaganda. Who is perfect? I thought you were going to say that Kennedy, after 35 years of politics in Ghana, has been established legally that he is a thief. He's stolen state money. He's committed murder. We don't talk about these things that are affecting the state. We are dwelling on propaganda, gullible statements, and communist inferior tactics just to deceive people.
Is Kennedy
Madam, have you insulted somebody before?
Is he a unifier for your party?
Of course. You see, Kennedy is somebody, let me tell you, more or less, I'm a little bit like him.
Okay.
We have the way we are. Me in primary school, Peters, whereas I used to be called Action Man. Stage 1, stage 2. Do you know why? I was the one performing His Excellency, former President Rollins. He so rest in peace. Because right or wrong, I have high pitch and high tone. I speak with animation. I'm a very honest person in life. I'm not bragging. Unless those who talk about me, because they think I speak me kind of credible. Politicians that are close to me, they will say, oh, Steka is not perfect. He's hyper. But they know I have integrity. I'm very honest. And I'm not afraid speaking the truth. We should be able to separate people's demeanor and gestures from whether they are good people or not. And from whether they can deliver or not. Rollins had a very good motive. In my opinion, I don't like NDC. I didn't support him. I think if he had gotten the experience, maybe he would have done far better. But did you look at his body language? Even Kwame Nkrumah, he was like that. Speaking with passion. Who is perfect in this world? Madam, you've never committed sin before. You've never been angry at somebody or insulted somebody before. Or because maybe you did it in closed doors. They haven't committed any sin. I mean, this is what's wrong. After they should say that, oh, Kennedy, he cannot do A, he cannot do B, he's a thief, he's whatever this, he stole state fund, all the money he hasn't done anything in the world to save lives, he hasn't, but that Kennedy, then somebody can even say he's not a president.
Well, there are definitely
qualities.
There are qualities. People expect that.
So you can get all the 100%.
The person does not.
You can get all the 100%.
Hit heads together. No. The person does not say certain things that are.
But has Kennedy hit heads together? That's your opinion.
Kennedy
always speak against the wrongs in society. Let's be honest. Have you seen Kennedy? Look, his station. You know how much it costs to give your airtime to a body to run for an hour. Kennedy has given his station to big churches, SDAs, even Muslims, Islams, acts for almost 20 years free. Kennedy is a man of God. But the fact that he speaks against pastors who are duping women, pastors who are based on false prophet, extorting money from others, he's a bad person. Is that what we are talking about? Have you seen Kennedy slapping somebody before?
You have.
I'm surprised. What kind of country is this? Do you want people who pretend they want to create content for themselves? They pay to the media. They put on ties. See, what I'm trying to say. You know, I'm sitting here. Excuse me, lady. You got to change the Ghana need to bring the protracted economy.
Yes, but if you feel that people,
I don't believe it. I believe in results.
Qualities that people.
No, what are the qualities?
That a leader should have.
Are they prioritizing? Are they prioritizing?
In
what I'm saying is,
so
in the
somebody
first
talks the way
can you get a perfect woman in the world?
You cannot get a perfect woman, but you also, if somebody talks the way you said they talk to a woman and all, they are not perfect. That's how they talk. They are trying to lie in other things.
So I'm asking you, for me to be a leader, a Ghanaian child will be happy to have a leader who can provide jobs. A Ghanaian child will be happy to have a leader who, when they allow you to speak, when I'm speaking.
Okay.
Because as soon as I start, you cut in. A Ghanaian child will be very happy seeing a leader who can solve problems at the hospital to save lives. A Ghanaian child will be happy that if the mother is stranded in somebody's country and is being killed, a leader can help bring the mother home. I don't think Ghanaians are so gullible that they are saying that once upon a time, somebody insulted somebody. The person replied. So just that, or once upon a time, somebody spoke against, antisocial behaviors of certain pastors, a few, 1 or 2, 3 pastors, who even later came to Kennedy to apologize. Go and find out. And Kennedy did that to save lives. Kennedy had a station. Let me tell you this story. I was his CFO, Chief Financial Officer. At a point, he employed Honorable Titus Glover, all of them. And those pastors who bought airtime, the individual pastors, they will let some men go, some young guys, they loiter around or about the community, and they themselves will call them. Kennedy caught some of them and sacked them. So is that what you want, madam? Where people are using Christianity in a very bad way, even now, Islam that they used not to do those things. Now you see Malams on Facebook. Muslim, they never do these things. Let's be honest with ourselves. I'm not saying they are perfect, but do we allow unscrupulous men of God to dupe poor people? No. I believe in God. I had been a Sunday school teacher for almost 14 years. I'm not holy, but I believe in God strongly. But I am against anyone who uses the name of God or Allah to destroy society.
Is Ghana ready for the kind of leader that Kennedy
Agyapong
is, where you say that he says it as it is, he's candid with his opinions? Are we ready for that kind of
Are you ready for somebody who says his artists, he's candid with the truth, somebody who has provided jobs for Ghanaians most as a politician? Yourself. No.
Yes, I'm asking because
but this is not,
our political...
What is more accountable than what I'm saying? What is more accountable
and
than
you'll be able to whip everybody in line.
I'm asking you, what is more accountable than what I'm saying? You yourself. I see it very intelligent too. I don't know. Maybe I'm having... But I believe if I'm to mark you just psychological, I'll give you like 89%. But I'm asking you sitting here. Is there anything more accountable than somebody who has a proven record of providing a lot of jobs for the youth? Is there any more accountable than somebody who parts his money? He's not the richest person in Ghana to save lives. What is accountability? What country are we in? I'm asking, what society is this? Do we want the truth? Or we want Ghana to go the way it is? That barefooter case are increasing on our street. I went to ANC Mall. Honestly, my dear sister, I wept. because I hadn't gone there for a long time. These teenagers, see these teenagers increasingly barefooted on the streets. I was only thinking it was between Medina and Adenta because I had started research in Parliament. I have my boys, boys and girls that I have tried to get them questionnaires. Now they are taking data on the street because I feel we don't even have them. Then I went to East Lagos. I'm like, wow. Then the question is, we politicians, MPP and DC, these barefooted kids that are increasing on our streets, have we sat down to think about 5 years, 10 years, 15 years, where would they be? Are they going to be armed robbers? Are they going? And this is what we should think about. It's not this propaganda. We use LGBT and those things for somebody to win power. When they came, have you solved it? Do you always have to stay in positions?
You expect them to solve it in a year? They're just 12 months in office.
But LGBT wasn't it there before MPP came?
Okay, and when you
I'm asking you.
Yes, and you talk about
you're asking me questions
you know that,
I'm drawing inferences in my head.
You know that there are sentiments also when you talk about these social vices that you've had power for 8 years. How didn't you used to see it at the time?
No, it's not. I'm not blaming. Even now, if anything to go by, you can't blame President Mahama within 1 year for that. Right. I'm not talking about that. The kids were there before Nanado. They were there before Kufuor. They were there before probably a country. If we are prioritizing our expectations, these are the most important factors that we need accountability. But not that once upon a time, somebody got angry, somebody insulted. Wait, is that what you want in our country? Okay. And I asked you a simple question. You don't want to answer me too. I'm saying that if it's accountability, somebody with proven record of employing thousands of people, proven record of saving lives in northern region, Greater Accra, Ashanti, all these things, to you, is not something we should think is a respectable lady. You insult the person. Maybe the person in closed doors will also insult you. But when he goes, I say, no, take it easy. Or somebody who beats his wife. There are men who beat their wives. Some do that even to death. There are men who do not even respect women. You see the way I'm in this way. I'm not perfect. But me, if you insult my mother, that day I'll go to jail. Because I'll fight you. Okay. Even if you're my friend, you're maltreating your wife. And justifiably, me, I can't play with you because I have something for kids and women. Now, but you see the way I am. Somebody can be calm. Okay. But the person will slap a woman.
All right. Point well made, Honorable. I want us to wrap up on if Kennedy Agyapong has the right financial team to lead Ghana and the economic management of this country. I've seen that there was an alleged appointment blockage. You revealed that the former President Akufo-Addo intended to appoint you as finance minister, but it was reportedly opposed by a senior party figure favoring regional representation. Then I'm also seeing Alfred Thompson, who has challenged your economic expertise. You're part of the...
Who's Alfred Thompson?
He's part of the MPP.
He challenged me. He never challenged me.
Okay. Madam,
this is what they do and they say you are bragging. Challenging my expertise. I have been speaking on finance and economy almost 30 years, even when I hadn't done finance before.
Yes, but
I'm coming. On TV3, anytime there was budget statement, I have not done anything finance. Call somebody like Ben Efsen and ask him. Call Dr. Tony Edu. Let me tell you, I don't want to brag.
It's challenging your
but in this country, even you that I've spoken to, if I'm good in finance and economy, yourself, you know.
Right.
How can somebody, this PhD, if the department is say, but that doesn't mean your PhD work was that. My PhD was in finance and economics. That was my option.
Okay.
I used banks data, and market data, and macroeconomic data like GDP, market volatility, policy rate, inflation, money supply, to develop a new financial economy or optimal pricing model for risky assets in a competitive market. Go and check my work is there.
Okay.
Because I did a new global model. My work was examined by Canadian, Pakistani, Ghanaian professors. It's there. I mean, the first one was done in 1964 by Sharp.
So those credentials,
those things are there.
Contested.
I did strategic financial management in UK, University of Derby. I did 2-year post-certificate, MIT in US. Okay, I've done a PhD. I've done a first degree. My first degree was computer science, but my options or areas that time was mathematical economics. and accounting. Okay, you understand what I'm saying?
I do. And so
if you want to challenge it,
economic
I can send you all my courses, DDEP, all of them. Who am I? It's just by the grace of God. Even my mother can't write her name. I'm only blessed by God. They can keep on insulting me. I'm nothing. Now God knows my heart and what I've done for this party, the MPP party that guy, they are enjoying and insulting me. Before President Kufuor came, my car got bent in the north. I was nearly killed. It's everybody, unless those who are dishonest. That is over 20 years ago. Where were they?
Okay.
So they can keep on insulting me. I have a great deal of respect for all of them.
All right.
But all that I'm trying to say is
your last
vengeance is God's.
On 17,
I leave them. They should keep on insulting me.
In 17 days, you go to select the flag bearer. Why should it be the Honorable Kennedy Ohene Agyapong, who would determine what happens in 2028?
In the first place, without power, MPP can't do anything. Now, it is proven beyond doubt that with Kennedy Agyapong, MPP is most likely to wrestle power from the NDC. 2, MPP is the one, Kennedy Agyapong is the one who has a well-defined, definite policy for the grassroots, including MPP grassroots. Maybe you can bring Kennedy Agyapong closer to him. Even in 2016, I was the Asante regional organizer. Kennedy bought 240, because of this party, they nearly killed him. He was charged treason. That was why you were making those, it was part of those statements. So he sacrificed himself for this same party. And Kennedy has the best offer for this country. That's job creation in terms of proving record. Now 109,000 approximately at the tertiary level complete school every year. We're in trouble as a country. Kennedy's vision in terms of timeliness, in terms of being feasible, in terms of we need now in MPP, it doesn't mean he's better than the others. All of the 5 are great. But the point is, we had 12 disciples, but it was on Peter that God chose as the rock on which God built his church. Now, Kennedy is the Peter in MPP now, and that's why I'm supporting him.
And if he doesn't win,
I know.
Will he stay on in
he
the
has
party?
already won.
Will he stay on in the party? Because we have
So will he stay on?
In the party.
Ask me if I will. Kennedy is not sitting here.
Okay.
Oh, you don't understand what I'm saying?
Okay.
For me, I'll stay on the party.
Okay.
But
you
we are
can't speak
asking
for him.
people, we are asking people to stop insulting. We need to build a needed cohesion. We need to be together. Without unity, we can never be the NDC. It's a formidable fraternity. So they should stop attacking and insulting and framing up stories and saying all those things. But I can tell you today that Kennedy has already won. It's a done deal.
Thank you so much. Dr. Stephen Amoah is the MP for Nshire, so ex-Deputy Finance Minister, nicknamed Sticker, and he's gunning for the Honorable Kennedy Ohene Agyapong to be the one who comes out tops. He says that job creation, he says that, all the philanthropic work that he has done, the years in politics that Honorable Kennedy Ohene Agyapong as MP and as a politics and all of that doesn't define the man Kennedy Ohene Agyapong. Thank you so much, Honorable,
I like
for
your
time.
conclusion. So you're good like that.
Thank you, sir.
It's a pleasure having me, and thank you for this opportunity. If anything went bad, forgive me.
Thank you.
It's a pleasure.
Thank you for making the time. I am Altitude Sadek. We're back with more on the show. Do stay with us.
And